pitch clock. What's your take on this? We're seeing it, right? I mean, this is happening, and we're going to see it. And how's that going to manifest itself this season?
Well, first and foremost, everything that's coming down the pipe is enticing the players to just play the game a little faster because they've played it to a dull roar. It's not the game we once used to see and know. There's too much information. There's too many pitching changes. This is only going to make such a small dent. Players are not going to notice this once they get accustomed to it. It might affect 2% of the entire players in the game who physically might not be able to throw a pitch in 18 seconds or less. And that's just kind of going to have to be too bad. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to adjust. There's nothing that will affect the game short of changing the ball, changing the equipment, and changing the bats. We talk way too much about these kind of changes. For the good of the game, players will adapt. Players are always going to be great at whatever they do. They're just going to find whatever it is that makes them comfortable. And these kind of things have been too comfortable, have been too long coming, that the game and the crux of it is, look, all these might shave 3 to 5 minutes off of a game time, which is important. But the reality is if you allow teams to make 9 pitching changes a game, and have these mid-inning pitching changes happening between two teams, that is where the game slows down. At some point, we got to figure out a way to affect the strategy of the game in mid-inning pitching changes because as you see an all-star game or you see the amount of pitchers that pitch in an all-star game, granted it's an exhibition, when you have 9 or 7 different pitchers pitch an inning and finish the inning, the game doesn't slow down at all. And so even it's not about how many pitch per game, it's how many come in the middle of an inning needlessly. One batter at a time, not getting an out or not fitting. The seventh inning of the famous Washington Nationals Dodgers playoff game, I think it was an hour and 45 minutes. I mean, that can't happen. And granted, that's the playoffs, but it's happening so much in regular season game. I think the commissioner looks long term to say we've got to make sure that fans are not turning their attention to something else because the games are lasting too long.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.